What the heck was that?
Ken, it's me, Gameboy.
Dude, my Gameboy talks.
I have a question for you. I am 21 years old now. Don't you think I should be a game man?
Yes, but to be a game man, you need to change. You need to be different somehow. But first, you will need to play the following games in order, without dying. Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, Final Fantasy Legend, and Play Action Football. Then, we're going to add some protection. Never play a game without protection. We will also need to change your buttons. No longer can you parade around in those colors. You will need to be more introverted instead of extroverted.
I will do whatever it takes.
I'm going to have to power you down and reset you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Gameman, can you hear me?
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel like I can output 16 bits right now.
Well, you look great.
I feel great. I'm glad I reached out for you. I feel like such a game man right now.
Got you a present. It's a new label.
Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever gotten! I'm so happy! Oh my gosh, we should totally go out to celebrate.
Annoying.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the Ken's Log channel. Hope you enjoyed the little intro to this project of mine. This isn't really a how-to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the screen protector from this old piece of crap Game Boy that I got for $1 or something like that. That's pretty much worthless because it won't play games, and the battery terminals are all messed up, and then it's just full of crud in the buttons and everything. So, and the speaker's probably fried too, but the screen is good. So I'm going to pull that screen off and then glue it to this one. And then the other thing I'm doing is I'm taking the buttons from a regular NES controller and I'm going to put it in this one. I've seen it done before. I don't know who did it, but I've seen it done before. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully remove this screen cover with my pocket knife, as it's like pretty thin. I'm just going to be very, very careful here and try to pull it out without denting or breaking it. That is the key. Wow. It's comes off pretty easily. The glue that they used on this must suck. Of course, the glue that I'm gonna use isn't gonna be much better. Look how this just peels right off. Can you hear it peeling off? Yeah, that's probably how the last one got taken off. Oh wow, this is full of crud too. So yeah, I'm gonna wipe that down, dry it off, and put some other kind of glue on it. Actually, I think I'm just going to do it on this bottom edge where all the crud was. all the cut off. I'm just using this stick glue. It's actually really good glue. You know, you think it's just for arts and crafts, but it works for a lot of different things. Smother that on there, and then apply to here. Wicked. Wow, that took like 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. So that's how you replace the screen protector. Always have protection before playing games on your Game Boy. Now to replace these buttons, I'm going to open up this thing where my screwdriver set is. With the NES controller, it's just a standard Phillips, not a standard Phillips, a standard Phillips, oxymoron, but just a Phillips. To open up the Game Boy, I'm going to take the back off, take the batteries out, because there's 2 screws underneath the battery. You got to make sure to have a tri-wing screwdriver. Alright, so first things first, I see a ribbon cable. I assume we're going to have to do something with that. Oh, so we got a board, a front board. I've never had a Game Boy apart, so you're new with me. So we got a ribbon cable here, which looks like we can take off, but I don't want to take it off. I'm going to have to remove this board anyway, so I'm just going to hang on to this and take off all these little screws, which are Phillips. I don't understand why they didn't want people in, I mean, I understand why they don't want people in the systems, just so they don't screw them up. Yeah, I already see some cleanup I can do. Because they can screw them up. Let's keep the screws separate. Okay, so got all those screws out. And okay, so there's little tabs here. It's like 3 little tabs you got to kind of move over. Well, you know what? We're going to have to take that ribbon out. That's all there is to it. You got to take the ribbon out. Not too difficult. Okay, ribbon out. Still feels like there's something grabbing on. I think it's just in there tight. I guess. Because now it's pulling right out. Just kind of pull it up with both sides and on the sides and everything. That seemed to be the key for me. So we're going to protect that screen there, and then we're going to put all this back together. Put the rest of it down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this out really quick. Alright, now that's nice and clean in there, we can put in our buttons. Alright, now we got these 2, which are actually fairly clean. That one, no, that one's got a little thing right there. There we go. Okay, now starting to select it back where they belong. And we're going to pull that off of there. Give it a clean wipe. I love these Clorox wipes. But you can't use them on PS2 DualShock controllers. The rubber parts, it disintegrates them. Little FYI there for you. Okay, that's clean. and can go right there. And then we got that one over there. This guy right here needs to be cleaned. There we go. Set it back on there. And we are ready to put our screen accessory back on. Goes on the same way it came off. Very hard. Very difficult. Just slips right on. Look at that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the screws back on now. Okay, got all 6 screws back in there. Time to reconnect the ribbon cable. Shouldn't be too difficult. Just line it up. Press down. Alright, now I've got my Gameman all done here. It was fun to do. I put all the the D-pad and the buttons from this and moved it over here, and then I put the buttons and D-pad from here and put it in here. So now I got a Gameboy that is awesome, and it has an NES pad, so that's awesome. Let's turn it on, see if it works.